So what is digital image processing, and explain the fundamental steps in digital image processing. You taken it down? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, this is a very important question. Okay, from unit one. Okay, I'll be explaining it in terms of question and answers so that will be more clearer to you. Okay. So in the first class, you already know what is meant by digital image. Okay. In real time, an image would be what, analog in nature. Okay, we need to convert that image into digital. Okay, a digital image is nothing but a two-dimensional signal. It could be consisting of two coordinates x and y, so it can be called as a function of x and y. The two coordinates x and y should be what, it should be finite, and it should be discrete in nature. Okay, then only we'll be calling an image as what, digital image. Okay, next, once we are able to get the digital image, we'll be performing some processing on the image. Okay, the types of processing, whatever may be the type of processing, it comes under three categories. Okay, if we consider the category of processing, so these are the main three types. Okay, low level processing, middle level processing, and high level processing. Okay, first let us consider low level processing. Let me consider an image. Okay, let me draw an image. So there's one square. Again, there is another square within this. Let's consider drawing. Let us consider this is the image. Okay. So as I said, there will be three types of processing. The first one is low level processing. Okay. In case of low level processing, the input would be an image. Okay. The input would be an image, and you'll be carrying out some processing operation, and the output will be getting an image. A simple example is when you take a photograph, if the photograph is not clearer. Okay, if it is not clear, what we'll be doing is we'll be adjusting the image contrast, right? I'll be increasing the brightness. So all this comes under low level processing. In case of this, the input would be an image. After processing, the output would also be an image. Clear with this? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in case of low level processing, the input is image and the output is also image. Okay, the next one is middle level processing. Okay, in case of middle level processing, the input would be image. Okay, the input would be image. After processing, the output would be attributes. Okay, attributes of an image. So if I consider this image, okay, which I have written over here. Okay, so when you pass this image for processing, in case of middle level process, the output would be, okay, it will be indicating that there are two squares. Okay, there are two squares and one triangle. Okay, there are two squares and one triangle. So this is nothing but characteristics or attributes, nothing but it describes some boundary or shape related information which is present in an image. Okay, so the input is image, but at the output we'll be getting some attributes. Okay, in case of this, the attribute may be shapes. Okay, there are two squares and one triangle. So this is called as what, middle level processing. Okay, and the next level is called as high level processing. Okay, in case of high level processing, the input would be image. Okay, at the output there'll be some sense, okay, from the image. For example, if I input this image and after processing, the output will be indicating that it's a house. Okay, so it is indicating some meaning, okay, which is present in the image. So this is called as high level processing. Clear with this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in case of low process,
Yes, sir.
low level process, what's the input? In case of low,
Input when
input would be
image.
Image.
image, output would
Image.
be image. In high
Image.
level process, image,
Image.
Image.
output is middle level.
Attribute.
Attributes.
Attribute.
Attributes of image.
In high level process, input is image,
Image.
output is what?
Meaningful data.
Meaningful data regarding the image. Okay, so these are the three types of processing. Okay, and next let us look at the fundamental steps which is involved in a digital image processing. Okay, so first,
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
yeah, 1 minute, the network is not clear. I'm audible now. Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, now let us consider. Now let us consider the fundamental steps which is involved in digital image processing. The first thing is problem. Okay, problem domain. So whenever an image is given, first we should go at the problem. Okay, we just need to know what is the problem. Okay, so as you know, there are three types of processing: low level, high level, and middle level. The problem is which type of processing you need. Okay, if it is high level, we require processing which is related to high level. If it is middle level, means we require processing related to the middle level, and if it is low level, means we'll be processing with low level. So first thing what we need to know is the problem of the domain. Okay, the domain is nothing but it is nothing but image processing. Okay, and we just need to know what's the problem. Okay, once you know the problem domain, you'll be acquisition the image. Okay, it's nothing but we'll be taking the image. Okay, here you can make use of any digital device like digital cameras or mobile phones. We'll be making use of the hardware device to capture the image. So this is nothing but image acquisition. Okay, once you get the image. Okay, once you get the image, you'll be manipulating the image. Okay, you'll be manipulating the image in order to increase the quality of the image. For example, if you have taken the image in a dark area, okay, you need to increase the brightness. Okay, so in order to do that, you'll be enhancing the image. Enhancing means is nothing but you'll be manipulating the original image so that it would be more clearer. Okay, so this enhancement, okay, this enhancement can be done using filters. Okay, so by using different filters, we'll be increasing the overall look of the image. So this is the second step. Once you take the image, you'll be enhancing the image using what? Filters. Okay, and the next step would be image restoration. Okay, so these two are one and the same. Okay, image restoration, again it is used to increase the quality of the image. The main difference between these two is that image filtering, this is subjective in nature, whereas image restoration is objective in nature. The first thing what you need to know is what is meant by subjective and what is meant by objective. Okay, when I say subjective, means it refers to individual subject. It is considered you have taken one photo. Okay, and when you look at the photo, you may think that it is more brighter, so you need to decrease the brightness. Okay, if the same image is seen by your friend, he thinks that the image is proper. Okay, it depends upon the subject. Okay, one subject may think that the brightness is more, the other subject may think that the image is already of good quality. Okay, depends upon what? Individual subject. So it's called as what? Subjective. Okay, whereas in case of image restoration, again you'll be performing some manipulation on the image to increase the quality, whereas this is objective in nature. Whenever you say objective, you will be applying some mathematical models. Okay, you will be applying some mathematical models to improve the quality of the image. Once you apply the mathematical model, the quality of the image would be same for all the people who view the object. So whenever you apply mathematical models, okay, it remains same. For instance, if you ask 1 plus 1, the value will be 2. Okay, you can ask anyone on the world what is 1 plus 1, the result is what? 2. So there is a mathematical expression, right? Similarly, when we apply some mathematical models on the image restoration, it will be equal, okay, for all the subjects who will be viewing the image. Whereas in case of image filtering and enhancement, so it would be different for different viewers of the image. So this is called as subjective, and whereas this is called as objective. Clear with this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So image filtering is what? Image filtering is what? Is it subjective or objective?
Subjective.
Subjective, and
Subjective.
image restoration is objective. Okay.
Objective.
Okay.
Objective.
Next, let us consider color image processing. Okay. So nowadays, in earlier days, there were only black and white image or grayscale image. Okay. In recent era, we have come across what? Color image. Okay. We need to process the color image. We already know that any color in the world can be represented using only three colors. Okay. Which are the three colors?
Red, green, and blue.
Red,
Green
green,
and blue.
blue.
Okay, you can represent any color using three colors: red, green, and blue. Okay, along with that, we'll be performing some operations. Okay, on the color image. Okay, whatever the operations, you'll be studying that later. Okay, this is regarding image processing. Okay, here each and every box. Okay, each and every box or each and every module will be your one chapter. Okay, so here image restoration will be one chapter, image filtering will be one chapter, color image processing will be one chapter. So every block corresponds to one chapter or unit. Okay. So this is regarding color image processing. Next, wavelets and multi-resolution processing. Okay. Whenever you consider a signal, okay, in order to analyze the signal, there will be two domains. Okay. You have studied this in signals and systems and digital signal processing. There will be two domains to analyze the signal, right? Which are the two domains? Which are the two domains to analyze the signal?
Time and frequency domain.
Time domain and frequency domain. Okay. So in case of signal, okay, in case of signal, you'll be analyzing in time domain or in frequency domain. Whereas if you make use of wavelets, okay, you'll be able to analyze the signal both in time and frequency domain at the same time. Okay, this was not possible in the earlier cases. Either you were viewing the output in time domain or viewing the output in frequency domain. Okay, but with the help of wavelets, okay, I will be able to uh, uh, realize the image in both time domain and frequency domain at the same time. Okay, so hence it is called as multi-resolution processing. Okay, clear with this? Wavelets. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next is compression. Okay, whenever you consider an image, okay, as you saw in the first class, at the front end you will be looking at the image, but at the back end, what will be present? What is present at the back end of the image?
Numbers.
Numbers. Okay, so there will be numbers. Okay, as you increase the image width and length, what happens? The number of cells increases. That increases the number of data. Okay, if you need to transmit an image over a long distance, okay, so if the length and the size of the image is large, it requires more bandwidth. Okay, so what you'll be doing is you'll be compressing the image. Okay, you'll be compressing the image and then you'll be transmitting the image, so that reduces the bandwidth. Okay, there are numerous compression techniques you already know regarding jpeg, then .png, .tif, .gif. These are different formats of image which indicates compression techniques. Okay, we'll be studying this in the later session. Okay, the main thing is you need to compress the image so that while transmitting the image over a long distance, the bandwidth is reduced. Okay, next is morphological processing. Okay, morphology means is nothing but a structure. Okay, as you saw in the last slide, there was a home. Okay, the home was made up of three shapes. It was two squares and one triangle. Okay, so in morphological processing, what we'll be doing is you'll be taking an image and you'll be trying to check out what's the boundaries which are present. Okay, what are the boundaries which are present or which forms the structure? Okay, so if the house was made up of what? Two squares, one triangle. So this processing will give you the output as two squares and one triangle. Okay, this is the morphology. Okay, morphology ideally means is nothing but structure. Okay, structure of the image will be taken. Okay, so we'll be combining the morphology and color image processing in case of computer vision. Okay, for example, you assume that there is a tree. Okay, and that on the tree there is an apple, and you need to pick an apple using a robot. Okay, the first thing is you need to identify the apple. Okay, so in order to identify the apple, the main thing is what it first has to identify the structure of the apple, which will be round in shape. Okay, then the color is what red. Okay, whenever the morphological process identifies round shape and then with color as red, it indicates that's an apple. Then the robot can pick up that by just knowing that it's an apple. Okay, this is where we'll be making use of morphological processing. Okay, then the next is segmentation. Okay, and segmentation is nothing but it'll be segmenting the image. It's nothing but we'll be dividing the image into different segments. Okay, so that's called as segmentation of an image. For example, if we consider you need to find the license plate of a car. Okay, you'll be taking the photo of an car and you need to find out the license plate number. So the first thing is you'll be dividing the image into number of segments, and you'll be picking up the segment which will be consisting of rectangle. Okay, usually the number will be written in a plate. Okay, the shape of the plate would be rectangle. So in the image, what you will be doing is you'll be splitting up the image into different segments, and you will be picking up a segment which will be consisting of rectangle. Okay, once you get the rectangle, there is nothing but you got the plate. Okay, from that plate you can access the number. Okay, so this is regarding the segmentation. Okay, next is representation and description. Okay, representation and description means you just need to describe the segment which it has picked up. Okay, for example, if it is a number plate, okay, it has to describe that it is square in number, and within that what is present. Okay, there will be two types in representation and description. You'll be finding out the inner area and the boundary. Okay, these are the two things which you'll be finding in representation and description. Okay, in inner boundary you'll be concentrating mainly on the color and area, and at the outer thing will be concentrating on the shapes. Okay, this is nothing but representation. Okay, next is labeling. Okay, once you are able to find out the plate, okay, next you need to label that as number plate. Okay, that will be done by your object recognition. So here the representation and description as found and rectangle, and that has to be named. That will be named as what? A license plate. So that is nothing but object recognition. Clear with this? Hello? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the different fundamental steps of image processing. Okay, so here each module will be corresponding to one unit. Okay, we'll be studying this one by one in detail. Okay, so in order to perform all these operations, okay, in order to perform all these operations, we just require a knowledge. Okay, so that will be present in the center. It will be called as knowledge base. Okay, in order to perform each operation, okay, each module, okay, will be accessing the knowledge from the knowledge base. Okay, if you need to perform color image processing, the required knowledge will be present in knowledge base. Again, if you need to perform segmentation, the required knowledge will be present in knowledge base. So everything is connected to knowledge base. Next thing is a careful look over here. Okay, right from this block, okay, till compression. Okay, almost up to compression, the input would be what? Image. Okay, if you carefully look over here till here, the input would be image and the output would be image. Okay, and some cases it may be attributes. Here it would be attributes. So the input is image and the output is image means, so it will be called as what? Which type of processing is that? Input is image and output is image.
Low level
Low
processing.
processing. Low level processing. Okay. So whatever the processing you do from this module till here, it is low level processing. Okay. Next, from here to here. Okay. From here to here, you'll be getting only what attributes as an output. Okay. From here to here, the output will never be an image. Okay. You'll be getting what attributes as an output, or you'll be getting some information out of the output. So this belongs to which kind of processing?
Middle level process.
Middle level processing. At the end, if it recognizes the object, it would be high level processing. So clear with this? Clear with this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is,
sir.
so this was your first question. Okay, you'll be getting around 10 marks for this. Okay, this will be definitely present in the exam. Okay, try to learn this. I'll be forwarding the notes. Okay, in the Google Classroom. Okay, let us end up here. Okay, I'll be taking the attendance. I'll be calling the attendance. You just answer your attendance one by one. Okay, once you answer the attendance, you may leave the class. Okay, clear with that? Once you answer the attendance, you may leave the class. Okay. Ruksa,
Present, sir.
Akshata BS,
Present, sir.
Kavya NM, Kavya NM, Nayana SB,
Present, sir.
Vinith, Vinith KP, Vinith KP, Avin Koda,
Present, sir.
Abhishek, Abhishek AR, Abhishek, Aishwarya AS,
Present, sir.
Aishwarya Shetty,
Present, sir.
Aishwarya T, Akshay Emma, Anu MC,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Anushree D,
Present, sir.
Anushree DD,
Present, sir.
Anvit, Anvit, Archana KP,
Present, sir.
Arnav,
Present, sir.
Arpita, Arpita,
Present, sir.
Harshavardhan,
Present, sir.
Harshavardhan, Harshavardhan, Ramapriya,
Present, sir.
Chaitra, Chaitra D, Chaitra PG,
Present, sir.
Chandan,
Present, sir.
Chidananda, Chidananda, Chaudhary Somshekhar, Christina,
Present, sir.
Sridhar Reddy,
Yes, sir.
Darshan,
Yes, sir.
Dhanush, Dore,
Present, sir.
Gagan Gowda, Gagan Gowda, Ganavi,
Present, sir.
Girish,
Yes, sir.
Gautami,
Present, sir.
Harshin,
Present, sir.
Harshita C,
Present, sir.
Harshita KJ, Harshita KG, Harshita Shetty, Harshita Shetty, Hemant,
Present, sir.
Hemant HJ, Hemant HJ, Hemant Kumar Yadav, Hemant Kumar Yadav, Inchara,
Present, sir.
Kavana,
Present, sir.
Lavanya,
Present, sir.
Likita, Lubna Kausar,
Present, sir.
Lubna Kausar,
Present, sir.
Madiha, Madiha, Mananpriya,
Present, sir.
Navneet,
Present, sir.
Niriksha, Niriksha, Almas Khanam, Almas, Pritam, Pritam, Ranjit, Ranjit, Sambram, okay, that ends the class. We may leave the class right now.